Hey everybody, this is Laurie from LlamaIndex here to walk you through our latest demo, the Invoice Reconciler. Reconciling invoices is the process of making sure that the contract that you have agreed to and the invoices you're getting for those contracts are in agreement with each other, that the invoices obey the terms of the contract. Let's get started by logging in with our LlamaCloud API key. What this does, you see in the index initialized here, is it creates an index for us, the invoicer index over in LlamaCloud. What we can do with that is we can upload a bunch of contracts. So we've got a whole bunch of contracts here. They are fancy multi-page documents with complex layout and fonts and things like that. And we've created them deliberately to be complicated to parse and hard to understand. So we're going to upload 6 of these and hit the upload button. And you can see the files are uploaded successfully, and it'll take a few seconds for them to start showing up. We get the LLM to read the parsed contract and come up with a name for the contract. That happens in the background, so you can see that's happening here. A named contract is slowly turning into a named contract. So now, once that final unnamed contract gets a name, we will move on to the next step, which is to upload some invoices. The invoices are similarly complex documents. And you can see they've got layouts, they've got discounts, they've got delivery dates, they've got all sorts of information that has to be reconciled to the terms of the contracts. So let's upload a big pile of invoices. So we hit the upload invoices button, it uploads them all, and then once they're all uploaded, it will start the process of parsing and then reconciling them. So you see they've all been parsed really quickly because they're not very big. And then the reconciliation process starts. What's happening in the background here is our app is parsing the invoice. It is finding from the invoice the name of the company that issues the invoice, and it's sending that to our LlamaCloud index. It's using that to look up using vector search which contract relates to that company name, and then it retrieves that document, that original contract, from LlamaCloud. And then it passes both the full parsed contract and the parsed invoice to the LLM and says, make sure these two things are reconciled. So now you can see in our UI, next to the contracts, we have a pile of invoices. Either have green if they reconciled or red if they didn't. So let's just wait a few more seconds for the last couple of invoices to get reconciled. Cool. So we can see we didn't do very well on Golden State Fruit Supply Agreement. One of the things that you can do is you can see the contract itself. You can see what we parsed out of the contract. So you can find out what it looks like, and you can also look at the parsed invoice to see what was in there. You can click the disclosure on the red circle to find out what the problem was with the invoice. So in this case, fresh fruit total of $177.50 is below the 200 minimum. There's a product name mismatch. Apples Gala does not match apples assorted varieties. In this case, the prices were wrong. In this case, the prices were wrong again. But not all of them failed. This one was fine. This one, there was a volume discount that it found was a problem. This one, invoice prices are raised by approximately 6% over contract standard prices. You can see how in a real world situation, this would be useful information to know about the invoices that you are receiving inbound to your contracts. And that's pretty much it. This app is open source. You can find it on GitHub. I will include a link to it. You can download it, you can modify it, and you can make it your own. Cool. Thanks for listening.